This video is going to be about uh, US customary units and unit conversion. So, these are the units that most of us are used to. So, these are the ones that we have grown up with um, when we think about feet, inches, yards, ounces, pounds. If we're into cooking, we have our tablespoon, we have cups, pints, um, quarts, gallons. Okay, so all of these different US customary units that we've grown up with. Okay, so you should have your conversion sheet available. And from that, we are going to start working on some examples here. Okay. So, looking at these, let's just jump into some examples. So, our first example is going to ask us to take 6.25 feet and convert that to inches. So, recall that any number can be written over 1. So 6.25 feet can be written as 6.25 feet over 1. And we know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay. So we have two ratios. We have 1 foot, 12 inches, and we have 12 inches, 1 foot. Okay. Now, the one that we want to work with is the one that is going to eliminate the feet. And because we're going to be multiplying by one of these, and we need the feet to cancel out, which means that since the feet are on the top here, they need to be on the bottom here. Because what that creates now is these units cancel. And we are left with 75 inches. So let's try that again. Let's convert 2.1 miles to yards. Okay. And the two ratios that we have that 1 mile, 1,760 yards, and 1,760 yards is the same as 1 mile. Well, keep in mind that where we are going is what we want on top. Okay? So we end up with 2.1 miles times 1,760 yards over 1 mile. So our miles cancel. And that leaves us with, when we multiply it straight out, we get 3696 yards. However, remember precision. Okay? This has two significant digits. This has three significant digits. Okay? And we want to round to the lowest. So we only want two significant digits. And when we round that, we get 3,700 yards. Okay? So, what if we wanted to change things? And what if we wanted to take what if we wanted to take 0.75 fluid ounces and convert it to teaspoons? Well, the conversion that we need to remember here is that we're going to have to go through two. There are 2 tablespoons in 1 fluid ounce, and there are 3 teaspoons in 1 tablespoon. So that's what we're going to use here. So we're going to start out and we're going to say 0.75 fluid ounces. And we can put that over 1. And we're going to multiply that by 2 tablespoons over 1 fluid ounce. And again multiply by 3 teaspoons over 1 tablespoon. And the reason for that is because this fluid ounce will cancel this one. This tablespoon will cancel this tablespoon. And then we are left with 4.5 teaspoons. Now, what if we want to convert square units, so area units? What if we want to convert 2.5 square yards And we want to convert that to square inches. Well, the first thing that we need to do is we need to look at our conversion from square yards to square inches. And the conversion that we know there from our conversion chart is that 1 square yard is equal to 1,296 square inches. Okay? So just like before, 2.5 square yards times, we want to end up with square inches, so that's what we're going to put on top. Because our square yards cancel, and we are left with 3,240 square inches. Oh, I forgot a zero here because we want this to have 3 significant figures. And you can do the same thing with cubic units. It works the same way. Okay. Now let's say that, because let's make this a little bit more complex. Let's say that we want to convert 9.85 I'm sorry, no, 98.5 feet per second. And we want to convert that to miles per hour. Okay. So we've got a couple of things here. So first of all, we are told 98.5 feet per 1 second. And at the end, we want to have miles on top, hours on the bottom. Okay. Well, we happen to know a couple of things here. From our unit conversion, we know that 1 mile is the equivalent of 5,280 feet. And we know that in 1 hour, there are 3,600 seconds. Okay. So it doesn't matter which one you do first. We can multiply this by 3,600 seconds over 1 hour, and then multiply again by 1 mile over 5,280 feet. Okay. Because then we end up with the mile on top, the hour on the bottom, just like we want. Because this second cancels this second. This feet cancels this feet. And when we do all of our multiplication out, we get that this is about 67.2 miles per hour. So I encourage you to review your unit conversions. Make sure that you know them. Um, you may or may not have them available on exams. Make sure to check with your instructor to see if you are allowed to have them or not. But please reach out with any questions. We are here to help.